in listen-only mode.
All right. Good afternoon, traders. Happy Wednesday. Welcome to the Tradespoon live trading room, stocks and options, closing bell. My name is Scott. I've missed you guys. Good afternoon, Faust. Good to see you. Good afternoon, Ted. Ready to go? I hear you. Me too. Good afternoon, Fred. And good afternoon, Phil. And everybody else who hasn't said hello yet. The numbers are, I would think the numbers are getting better now. We're seeing the market we want. Where is everybody? Good afternoon, LK. So, hello, Ray. Good to see you, sir. My name is Scott. I'm the head trading coach here at Tradespoon. I've been trading for a while, teaching for a while. These are the disclosures. Be aware of them. Protect yourself at all times. Know what you're doing. Have a plan. Stick to the plan. Things like that will be okay. Oh, did everybody stick to the plan for AMD? If you did, you shut it down yesterday, but you let it ride until yesterday. Whoop, whoop. That was a good one. Come on. Who was with me on AMD? I want to know. I want to know. Here's our AMD. I know at least a few of you took that trade because I remember. It actually has come back. So even if you held through, but look at, see, that's what we don't want. That volatility killed it. Yes, Fred says he got on it. We got on it back here, wrote it up. We said we're going to close yesterday, no matter what. That was what I'm doing. That was my plan. I closed it. I think we got 3-1 at least, maybe even 4-1 on that trade. Oh my gosh. This is going to sound terrible. Don't judge me. I just ran over my toe, like with my office chair. I don't know how a person does that, but I literally like have like a half-inch cut and bruise across the top of my toe, and it hurts like hell. I don't know what I did. I ran over my own toe. It is killing me. Anyway, sorry, it's distracting me because it hurts. Oh, you'd think you'd feel it and stop, but no, I just ran right over it like, oh, yeah, that hurt. My advice to you, don't do that. Okay, so AMD was good. So Starbucks, I left half of it on. I took half of it off and booked a little bit of profit, and I left half on in my live account. In the paper account, I left the whole thing on. But to be fair, because better in my chair than a car, Fred said, yeah, that's true. So if you did Starbucks, let me know what you did with it, because it actually paid off to hold on to it. But I like to just kind of be very full disclosure with what I did. So I sold all of AMD yesterday, but I took half of Starbucks and I thought I'm gonna ride it, and it worked out. But you can see it actually has made the move I'm looking for. If you notice, I was looking for it to get up to here. That's where it is. So now what? Now I'm done. I'm going to take my profit and be done. Was it a huge, made a huge profit? Nah, but it did well. So great. There it is. So those are the last two directionals that we did together. We've had plenty of opportunity for directional trading. We just only get to talk to each other once a week for trading times, and twice a week when you include Friday morning. But it's a lot harder to put trades on Friday morning when things are just getting going. So we try to talk about. In fact, were there any trades we had talked about on Friday? Now I'm trying to remember that we said might be viable trades. Fred said he got a naked put on Starbucks for next week. Good, nice, got it, good. Yeah, that's definitely a company that we have liked what their charts have looked like. So excellent. Yes, got it. All right. Well, let's talk about this market, what we think about it now. What do we see now? the market's like today. This was unexpected. I was thinking we were going to see a little bit of a consolidation, right? But it's still kind of running. So there you go. The S&P is up 1.6, Dow 1.4, NASDAQ 2.5%. My goodness. The Russell 1.5%. What else do we know? Ex-Fed official doesn't foresee warrants devastating. So I don't think it's devastating. I think we're going to be okay. Tesla is overvalued, could plunge more than 50%. Oh, goodness. Is it just me, or does Elon Musk always just look so smug on his pictures? And he's a funny dude. He like comes out and like challenges people to fights. I'm like, all right, I'll do it. Why not? You smug bastard. No, I'm just kidding. Starbucks CFO encouraged by consumer behavior. Starbucks is doing well. Walmart marks down popular pandemic goods due to excess inventory. What else do we have? That's about it. The housing market correction takes an unexpected turn. I think that we're going to see the housing market stay somewhat stable, although you are seeing home buyers backing out of deals. Why? Well, because they're paying too much. Financing is a lot harder to get with interest rates at 5%. They got as high as 6%. That's when the cancellation soared, was when the rates were at 6.25%. Now they're back at 5%. So yeah, that's interesting. Okay, I think that's about it for the news. Here's the calendar. Yesterday we had manufacturing came in stronger than expected. Construction spending came in less than expected. All right, fair enough. You can live with those numbers. Today we had yesterday, I forget what day we're even meeting. Tuesday, job openings came back a little lighter than expected, but still pretty strong. Nominal credit card debt is up. Household debt is up, but those are pretty marginal numbers, not really that important. Manufacturing had a jump. Factory orders had a jump. That's favorable for the economy as far as economic news goes. Tomorrow we'll get jobless claims. We'll get Loretta Mester speaking. Friday, non-farm payrolls. The June numbers came back better than expected. The July numbers are still expected to come in at 258,000. I'm trying to remember what they say an expansion labor market is versus a declining. I thought it was around 200,000. Like if we have 200,000 or more new jobs, we're still adding to the situation. If we start only adding 200,000 or less, it's not going to keep pace with jobs lost. Does that sound right? Does anyone have different information? I think that's about right. But I mean, look, that's the saving grace. What I've realized, and this is important to me, is that the market is way more tied to the labor market than it is the economy in general. That's right. That's what I think. And with the labor market showing strength still, everyone's working, then the money that comes into the stock market is still there. And as long as that money's there, that's why the market went up when everybody lost jobs around the pandemic and the market didn't drop. It's because the jobs that were lost were jobs that aren't typical participants in the market, service jobs and things like that. Whereas the office, the other jobs were all still there. Jacques says new jobs. I would consider an uptrend when the new jobs are greater than the jobless claims. Okay. That's and they're close to equilibrium right here. So that's maintain. Is it an expanding labor market? No, but there's not a lot of room for it to expand with unemployment at 3.5%. I like that, Jacques. That's a pretty good correlative right there, right? The question is, do we get a positive surprise or does it drop a little bit there? I like that. Okay, let's look at Stella. What does Stella say? How is everybody trading? Oh my gosh, the numbers are still. So I talked about this. I said, oh, the numbers tend to get light when we have a tough market. But this market's been pretty. No, I'm not going to say easy. It's been better. It's been more manageable. I've been making more money. How's everyone else been doing? Right? It's feel like we've gotten on the right side of things, doing well with it. Not nothing to complain about. Tell me how you're trading based on the way things look. The market posture has been improving week over week. Ted said good, little by little. That's all we need. The aggregation of marginal improvements. That's what we're looking to do, is capitalize on that. I mean, certainly we don't think we're out of the woods yet. If you look at my market posture now, I still score the long-term trend down, short-term trend up. Volume looked better this week. Major market looked better this week. Everything looked a little better. Sector rotation a little better. Even the VIX. We'll see the VIX here in just a minute. And how does Stella see everything? Bullish. But Stella's looking for what I'm looking for, and that is that pullback. So today, the market's up. We were looking to see if it was going to consolidate. So this doesn't change anything for me. I'm still thinking, okay, if we got this here, I'm still thinking this is coming here, and then we have the chance for a bullish kick. This confirms. This is a nice objective confirmation of what I thought I saw already. Yeah. So bullish here, just saying to be mindful and careful of a consolidation and wait for signals to develop and pop. QQQ. Same thing. The Qs did call for a bullish day, then a consolidation, then a bullish kick. I like that. I think that's in line with what we've been seeing. Can we get an opinion on Chewy? Stella says down, keeps going up. Yeah, we'll take a look. We can do that. We'll have time. Same prediction on the DIA, consolidation followed by kick. And oh, that's not what I wanted. And let's go for the IWM. Ooh. I mean, it's got more of a downside and less of a kick. So there's a little bit of concern out of the Russell, but I'll tell you what, on the major market analysis, the Russell for me has actually shown some quality and was the first to turn, right? Excuse me. I need my afternoon coffee. Okay, let's look at the seasonal charts. What do we tend to expect? We tend to expect it to grind sideways and consolidate, but then get a kick. So this could be, I mean, it's a little slower than we would want, but then we see a consolidation and then we get a rally. So there's the difference between a kick and a rally. October can be a very good month. November can be a good month. And December can be a good month. We'll see what it does. Let me take a quick peek at Chewy so I don't forget about it. Chewy. Fred said he's opening up some short positions here. There is still enough of a weakness in the market that I have no problem with that at all. Yeah, right. Certainly, there's still downside prospects that we want to be aware of. Okay. Here's the map, mostly green. You can see the only semiconductor not doing well today is AMD, but we got out yesterday, so bully for us. Energy getting beat up. We've been very leery of energy. Weakness maybe a little bit here in the defensive. We've been a little more leery of defensive and a little bit more leaning towards cyclical. No, we liked Amazon here, but we didn't trade because of the earnings. But you can see that looks great. just need a consolidation. Maybe it fills this gap down here to 125, 130. Got to be patient for it. Utilities not great. You can see where's the strength. Consumer cyclical. Communication services. Technology. Financial. Industrials. A little bit iffy in here. In healthcare. But these are the sectors that we've already identified. Consumer cyclical, communication services, technology, financial, and healthcare. No, industrials. So I feel like we're on the money. We know where it's going. We know where the money flow is going. And things look pretty good. Pretty good. No problem. Okay. I did want to quickly go through my sector rotation so you can kind of see what I'm thinking about. And then we'll do the VIX, and then we'll do our watch list, and we'll see. It's going to be tough. Like Fred said, right now the setup would be more bearish because we just moved for 5 or 6 days. We're at resistance now, right? So that's a little bit more concerning, if you will. Okay, so what are the sectors? From the 9-month, you can see energy, utilities, staples, healthcare. And down here is all our bullish stuff. But as we start to zoom in, we start to see the shift. And you can see still energy. This is 6 months now. Still energy, still utilities, still healthcare, still staples. And things still don't look very good here. But when we start to get a little closer, all of the things that were up here leading have dropped, and all the things that were down here have moved up. You can see materials are at the bottom now. What does that tell us? It tells us that inflationary pressures are easing. Same thing with energy. It's easing. It's not as, I mean, you can see energy still here, but overall, the fact that energy is no longer leading and that materials is lagging, that's good for us. It tells us that the inflationary pressures are down. Utilities is still up, but healthcare and staples have dropped quite a bit. So then what do we see? Now we look at the short term, and we see on the short term a considerable jump by discretionary, a considerable jump by technology, industrials, and you can see down here is our utilities, staples, and healthcare. So we're seeing a shift in our sector rotation that indicates moving out of a defensive posture and into a more aggressive and growth-oriented posture. Okay, great. Great. Let's go look at the VIX. Let's get a quiz, then we'll do a VIX. We still have time. The quiz is valid as long as we get it in before the half hour. So we're going to get that in. You can see it's been bullish, and then it's just sort of grinded it out. Okay. I'm going to make it hard. I'm going to make it hard to be a B. A's, new highs. B's, you get that little zone. We've been in that zone for an hour. C's, you're down here. 415.25 or higher. 415.25 or higher, you're in it. 414.75 or lower. So it's only a 50-cent range. 415.25 by 414.75, you're a C. And if you think it's just going to grind out in the middle, you're a B. Fred is a C. Says the sellers are coming. Phil is a C. He agrees. Brad is an A. He thinks we're going to finish higher. So does John. Hi, John. So does Ted. Jacques is a C. I got a B, but the B came in from Trader. I don't know your name. Whoever said A, you're the only one. Tell me who you are. LK said A. Join in whoever was the first A. Or sorry, no, B. B. Tom. Thank you, Tom. Good to see you, Tom. John's replacing Angelique. as the bull. I'm joining Tom. It's going to grind it out and stay in the middle. Huh? I'm with you, Tom. You got 30 seconds to get your answer in. It closes. The window closes at 1:30. Let's see what Stella says. Okay, let me see. Stella says, Stella says neutral. Let's see. 2 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 4:14:60. Oh no, that puts Stella in the C range. Stella's a C. Okay. Everybody's in that wants to be in. Stella says we're going to end up back down below this level here. Okay. Stella can be wrong. True that. I gotta tell you though. We've moved a little pullback. I still see this up in this overbought area. I'm still looking for a consolidation personally. Yeah. Okay. But we'll see. So if you're in bullish trades, what should you be thinking? Well, you're doing well. You might be thinking take profit if you haven't already. You might be thinking to tighten stops. I'm certainly not like doom and gloom by any sense, but there still are things that you could look to try to capitalize to the downside, but the downside hasn't been much lately. 3-4 days, 3-4 days, 3 days, and then it turns around and makes higher highs. So be careful with that. Make sure you're in things that are likely to be dropping from here, right? Let's look at the VIX. We'll look at our watch list. The VIX is making another lower high. It's showing increased bullishness. We went up and we didn't get back up to this, and it's rolled over. So we might see this thing head on down to this 20 level. This is definitely the pretty tight range. You can see we don't have these wide fluctuations. It's tightened. We have a high followed by lower high, followed by lower high, followed by lower high, followed by lower high. A couple of days, maybe it comes up. Can we break through 20 soon? It's a pretty solid level. We really only got through it for like a couple of days. Other than that, we've been sitting on top of that. So maybe we go down 220, test it, move up a little bit, come down from there. We've been, to be fair, we've been more bullish, not bullishly postured. My posture has maintained negative, and then now it went neutral. It's slightly positive, but it's still neutral. But this opened the door for us back here when we got that first lower high on the VIX. And so I've absolutely, from that point around late June, early July, I have done more bullish trading than not. So yes, let's go look at our watch list and see what we have that is potentially setting up for us. Oh, that's not what I want to do. Let me go here. Alcoa. So Alcoa, I think, overcorrected. I think that Alcoa maybe belongs somewhere closer to this point. You can see we've double bottomed. We broke out of that. Now we're coming down. There's a trade setting up here for me. Yeah, it's not yet, but it's setting up. So I like it. I've been watching this, and I think there may be an opportunity there. Apple is just it was hard. I caught this one and I caught this one. Not this one because of earnings. I need this to drop. I'll be patient. ADI, oh my God, it's a screamer, but there's nothing I can do with that now. ADM, yes, on this flag / pullback. I will trade ADM. I like what balance it brings. I think it is a leader in that group. Somewhere in there, that's my range where I'm looking for this thing. Maybe it drops out of here and gives us a turn. I like that. Fred likes it too. Okay, I like that. AMD, done. Need to be patient. Need to wait for a better setup. Amazon, same thing. AXP, that's viable. I think that's viable. It gave a signal here. Pulls back. I think that's a viable signal here. Would our Hike and Ashy be around? Okay, let's talk about that today. I think we're seeing more movement out of financials. I think AXP is a good credit leader. Yes. Boeing, that's hard. I do think Boeing actually gave a valid signal right here that if you were still in it, you'd be in it, but I don't know that it's giving a new signal. So if anybody pulled the trigger on Boeing, I like it. But patient for what's next. Baba, I don't like Chinese stocks right now. China's going through some shit, man. Some nonsense. Sorry, I didn't mean to just throw that out there. And if I offend anybody when I curse, I apologize. I do. I typically curse like a sailor. I do a good job here. I try anyways. I don't like it. It's rallying on decreased volume. It's lower lows, lower highs, earnings. Nah. Let's watch, but nothing there for me now. Bank of America, it's still in a holding. It's still in a basing pattern. There's nothing there. If you took Dutch Brothers instead of Starbucks, you're doing well. Starbucks went fine. I'm going to trade Starbucks more now because this is going to be running into earnings. But we've liked Dutch Brothers. Dutch Brothers has done well. Caterpillar. I like Caterpillar still. Even though it gapped down on earnings, it did actually exceed expectations. They must have lowered their guidance a little bit. But if this thing can hold around 180 to 185, I'm in. So not today. So far today, the only thing I like is AXP. The others are maybe getting close. ConocoPhillips, nah, too close to earnings, pulling back. Costco, you know I like Costco. Costco gave an opportunity right through here, but you got to be patient now. It's rolling over. DBC, not yet. Deere looks good. I think I like Caterpillar better now, but I guess I could go either way. Let's keep an eye on both of these and see which we like better. Diamonds, nothing there. So from basic materials, Freeport McMoran looks okay. FXI looks garbage. No, that's a no. That's a hard pass. Golds, materials, precious metals showing a little bit of a push. That looks okay. I like FCX better, but there you go. Small caps showing some strength. Jets. We talked about Jets. Did anyone pull the trigger on Jets last week? It gave us the higher low, and it turned out of it and gave you a good opportunity to catch it. I mean, it's not up a lot. It's one that I took. It's not up a lot, but it's working. Anybody else in Jets or any of the airline stocks? Let me know. Meta. That was a hard one after earnings. I thought about it. because it was at this support level. I thought about it, but I hesitated, and I ended up saying, no, it's working. However, at this point, now I've got to be patient. I've got to see how high does it get. I don't think it's going to get back up here. And then does it pull back and give a higher low? Then I'm in. Jets, yes, for John. Got it. Okay, here's, whoops. Marvell. I mean, we did our thing with AMD. There's nothing we can really speak to on this. Microsoft. Oh, is that a flag? Is that a flag? And are you trading it? I don't know. They were so laggy when the rest of tech was doing well. And then all of a sudden it's like, yay, Microsoft. That is a viable flag pattern. It's not so much on the stochastics, but that is a pull. That is a flag. That is a breakout. That's a valid trade if you thought you wanted to jump into that. Neo hasn't done enough. NVIDIA, I like AMD better. I like the other chip stocks better. QQQ looks good, but overextended. Starbucks, we took profits, waiting for a consolidation, but I will trade that again if it consolidates. Precious metals, take your pick. Silver, gold, FXI, but they all look the same, so pick one. Semiconductors, looks fine, but we've already talked about them. SPY looks good. Tesla, I mean, whoever's like, this is overvalued and it could drop by 50%. Okay, are you shorting it? Because if you're not, I don't care about your analysis, right? Put your money where your mouth is. If you're not shorting this, don't tell me you think it's dropping to 450. This looks beautiful, right? This looks absolutely spectacular. Don't think, don't feel. What do you see? I see a stock that has made subsequent higher highs and higher lows. Now, if you're thinking of taking profits, I get that. It made a move up, pulled back, and it's made another move up. And that second move is very similar to the first move. It's probably running out of steam. You can see the volumes drying up. We're overbought. If you're starting to sell a portion to lock in gains, tighten up stops, I think that makes sense. Don't be afraid to tighten stops, take profits, even if it runs a little higher up, because it's going to come back down and it's going to give us another chance. And then we can ride it again and then, over and over. That's what I'm looking for. So I like it. I don't like it now. If you're in it, Angelique is here. Hi, Angelique. It's good to see you. Long Tesla. That's a good place to be. Right? That's a good place to be. Why? Because we see it going higher. Let the price action speak to you and ignore all the rest of the nonsense out there and all the doom and gloomers and all the other blah, blah, blahs. Not interested. Not interested. That got in at 700. I love it. I probably can pinpoint it. I mean, that's a beautiful, right? We were down and we went up and there's a higher low right there. That was a possibility to catch it at 700, ride it up, come down, boom, another chance to catch it at 700. There was opportunity there before this thing made its move. Now, as a swing trader, I'm getting in, getting out, getting in, getting out. But you can see there's good prospects to riding it up. Love it. Love it. Where was I? Well, that was Tesla. That's a T. Let's see. Ooh, natural gas. I don't know, man. Is that a cup and handle and natural gas is going to explode because of what Russia's doing to Germany and Europe? I don't know. I just don't know. I don't think I can do it. I mean, I see it. It looks like a cup and handle. The handle looks like it's holding. John says maybe, right? Maybe. But that's such a high price already. And everything else. Everything else is just overextended. Fred says, shut up and trade what you see. I'm going to go with the AXP for today. I'm going to pass. If you like this and you started to think, I'm going to hurry and try to build a trade on it, I don't fault you, but God, it's so choppy. It's so sensitive to geopolitical news, and I really don't love that. So I'm going to be a pass on that one. United Health is trying to move again. Airbnb, Ted said, I like Airbnb. I've been staying in Airbnbs and doing Turo instead of renting cars, and I've loved it. If you travel a little bit, I mean, honestly, man, I got to Orlando. I just walked out to the parking garage, went to the top. There's the car waiting for me. I pull the key out and I drive away. No shuttles, no lines. I mean, it was magnificent. And I like Airbnb better than hotels. I never use housekeeping. You know, I always put the do not disturb sign up. Anyways, and I like having a kitchen. There you go. Cash secured put on 25 for UNG, Fred says. Okay, yeah, there's probably some vol in there. Airbnb is interesting. It looks a lot like AMD, actually, where it gapped down on earnings, but it's moving back up. It's a little overextended for me. I'd rather wait for it to pull back, but I do like the stock. How about that? They were looking for 41. They got 56. They must have lowered some guidance, and that's why it gapped down a little bit in the beginning, but I think it overall still looks pretty good. Visa looks similar to AXP. I'm going to go with AXP. VIX still looks fine. XLP looks okay, but I'm looking to trade. I'm looking to trade ADM instead of that. And then when you look at XLU, it's overextended. So there is a weird amount of bullishness to the utilities, but not now, right? What do I think of PayPal, Raymond said? I'll tell you, Ray. And I hope you don't mind if I go back and forth between Raymond and Ray. I like them both. I want to say them both. My son's name is Camden, but he gets called Cam and Camden interchangeably without any reason. Okay. Oh, whoa, they gapped up. Good earnings. Expecting 53, got 93. Oh my God, they smashed it. The problem is it's smashed up and it's selling off now. So I would wait for this thing to consolidate and come down towards the gap and then wait for the next opportunity. I don't want to chase into this thing only to buy the consolidation and then watch it turn. But definitely, you know, look how many of these we're seeing. This is all very different than this. And everybody's like, oh, inflation. Oh, okay. Bottomed. It's broken out of the consolidation and it's made higher highs and higher lows. Okay. There we go. Let's go look at AXP and see if we think a trade exists there for us. Oh, my toe still hurts, you guys. I feel like such a baby. To be fair, I'm a big guy. And so running over your own toe with all of your weight, if you're, you know, a big guy, yeah, it hurts. Don't judge me. It hurt. I'll send you a picture. It's all bruised and cut open. I can hardly concentrate. No, I don't think I need to go to the hospital, and I don't really consider myself a hero for going on despite the pain. I'm just a man. I'm just a man. Okay. Clearly it's distracting me though. Let's get a stop on this. Stop loss is 151.99. I'm gonna go a little below 152. A beer sounds good. I'm gonna do that. 151.99. Okay. Analyze American Express 151.99. It's a pretty good stop. I like that. That's pretty tight. $4. What do we see to the upside? I drove my son out this last weekend to Billings. I've never been to Wyoming. Beautiful drive. Really enjoyed myself. I wish I could just look around more. I tend to get distracted looking at the mountains and stuff. I definitely think 170 seems reasonable. What do you guys think? Right in this area, this old resistance? 170 is where we're headed? That should give us plenty of opportunity, I would think. Splash of water. I got to go mow the lawn. That little bastard didn't do his yard work before he left. He left me an unmowed lawn. Little turd. I'm going to prank call him at 6 in the morning a few days this week to pay him back for having to mow the lawn that he didn't mow. What am I doing? 170. I think this is going to work. By when? This is where it's hard. We don't have a lot of days. I'm going to have to carry this to next Friday. The 12th. Oh, not H2O2. Throw a splash of hydrogen peroxide, Fred said. There you go. I did put Neosporin on it with antibiotic, but that probably would help. 170. Oh, do we have time? Let's see if they would work. Going with the Augusts. And I'm gonna go out of the money. 160s. It still works. This is valid. This is viable. To buy the option, I think it still works. What's the implied volatility look like? Oh, look at that. Vol is down at the bottom. Of course we want to buy these options. Yes. Yes. I've got too much on here. That's not right. What do I have here? Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of all or nothing almost. I think I just do one contract. How much is this selling for? So there's no scalability. Actually, what if we go 165? I want to be able to scale, but I want to keep the risk around 200. So what if I do 2 of these? 3 of these. 3 of these, I'm risking 180, and I can scale 820 to the upside. Oh, let's roll the dice. Who's with me? Let's roll the dice. Why not? Why not see what happens? August's out the monies. Things are feeling better. Let's take a swing. This is good until the 12th. Even if we only get to like in here, even if we get to 166, 167, we're making as much on these 3 as we would on the one other. I'm showing a where's my trade price? Create duplicate order. I'm showing a mid of 62. See if I can get 62. I got 62. Why not? Why not? Confirm and send. 3 contracts at 62. I know you can get 62, but I don't want this to get away. I'm going to just go 64 just to make sure we get a fill. There we go, 63. Angelique got 62. Yeah, you know what? I mean, honestly, Angelique's like, I'll jump in. Well, yeah, right. I mean, even if it takes all the way to expiration, if it makes the move, we're going to be fine. The options are cheap. We can see the implied volatility is low. This is exactly the kind of market where I do want to start, swinging for the fence a little bit. If I have a chance to knock one out the park with a big reward to risk ratio, I'm going to try it. I'm going to try it. And you're welcome to join me. You're welcome to build it a little more conservatively if you would like. It's up to you. But, low vol, good potential move. We've still got 2.5 weeks. I still think I'd only need 7 days if it starts to move. I've got 7. I've got an extra week if I need it. That's the trade. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. Yeah, AXP. We've been talking about AXP and Visa and saying we might want to take a stab at it. So let's see what happens. We nailed the AMD trade. It did exactly what we were looking for. So if we get the same thing here, let's see what happens. The rest of it, let's see if it pulls back. We'll stay with it. Keep analyzing what we're supposed to analyze, and we will go from there. Did I miss anything that we needed to talk about, or are we feeling all right about what we're doing? Let me know. If you put a symbol out there, I think I talked about them. If not, let me know if I missed yours. And, you can decide if you think natural gas is viable. Well, there you go. I mean, 3 of those on the 165 is under 200 in risk, Ray. So if you're thinking to yourself, I'm willing to risk more than that, well, then certainly you could do a few more contracts. If things fall apart, I think we'd be able to lose only half of that. I mean, we're position size. 3 contracts is absolutely losing less than $200 no matter what happens. If we can end up losing only 60, 70%, then we'll only take $120 loss. So no spreads, right? No spreads, just buying the call. Well, and here's why. Because the implied volatility is at the bottom of what we've seen in this year. So, absolutely, right? That looks great. All right. Well, that's going to do it for me. I like it. I like what we've been doing. I feel comfortable. I feel confident. We're seeing the market well. Nothing's caught us off guard for a little while. I think we're looking in the right areas. I think we're watching the right stocks. Let's be patient. Let some more symbols, more trades come our way, and we'll trade what we're given. So I will see you guys Friday morning. Bring your coffee. Bring your good attitudes, your beautiful smiling faces. Angelique, it was great to see you again, too. I hope you come on Friday morning. Say hello. Talk about the market. Wax philosophically about life. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Great week, everybody. Good to see you. And as always, happy trading. Oh, wait. I almost didn't give the Fred. I didn't award the medals. Hold on. And just like that, it's C's. C's, you win. Stella was right. C's are winning the gold medal. A's, it was so close. B's, no, wait a second. What was the number? I'm wrong. It's B's, right? Was it B's? Now I don't know the answer. I think this is B's. I think it's me and Tom. I think it's B's. This is AXP. That's why. Sorry, Jacques. It was 414.75 by 415.25. B's are the winner. Me and Tom, we get a gold medal. Everybody else, you're out of luck. Have a great rest of your day. As always, happy trading.